Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with my boy Maverick. He's going to be here for the intro because he really wants to go back to playing. All right, Maverick, go back to playing. Go on. Oh, went a little out of focus there. Come on, camera. There we go. Okay. For today's video, I'm just going to be doing a little getting ready with me. Haven't done one of these. Well, I probably posted one of these recently, but I actually haven't done one in a while because I was on Christmas holidays or whatever. So I pre-filmed a bunch, and it feels like it's been a long time since I've done one of these. Got my coffee here. How cute is this mug, right? I got this for my two best friends, and I bought one for myself. I wish there wasn't so much glare from my window there, but it's like a personalized mug where you can choose like the hairstyle and the hair colors and like the pants and stuff and the names and whatever, and then like the other side just says Soul Sisters on it. It's super cute. I'm really excited about it. I wanted to use it for so long, but I didn't want to, just in case they came across this video, I didn't want to give away this prize. And if you're wondering why my lips look gross, it's because they're gross right now. My lips are really chapped, so like I just put on some like lip balm while I'm doing my makeup to hopefully prep them for, like, I usually put my lipstick on right at the end, and like I'm hoping that this will like sort of soften them up for when I put my lipstick on, but I don't know, like they're pretty chapped and they look all like white right now because I think I got some of my foundation in with the lip balm and it just looks nasty, but try to ignore that while I get ready here. Also, another thing that's super cute that I haven't showed you guys yet. So I had ordered a bunch of single shadows, and I had some from before as well. And I mentioned, if you've seen one of my other videos about it, I mentioned that the little empty palettes that I had for the single shadows that I've been using like kind of sucks because it's not magnetic and stuff. So I went on Amazon and they had the cutest little empty palette. It's got like a little unicorn on it, and yeah, it's super cute. It was only like $15 Canadian or something like that, and it was like with Amazon Prime, so I got it like really fast. And so it's like the perfect little magnetic palette. I love it. It's like, and it's like pretty good. Like the magnet in it's like pretty strong, because like that's my biggest like annoyance with these like empty palettes, is when the magnet's super weak and like it's almost like non-magnetic because it's so shitty of a magnet. So this one's like really good, and like for the price it's like awesome, and I love how cute it is because like, I don't know, it just makes me want to reach for it like even more than just like a plain black one or something. It's like super cute. Anyway, all right, so tonight I have like a little bit of a stay-at-home date night with Jeff because it's actually the day I'm filming this, it's New Year's Eve. It's December 31st, and like neither of us really likes to go out on New Year's Eve. Like obviously I don't drink and he doesn't really drink that much either. So like most New Year's Eve parties are just based around like drinking and stuff like that. So we kind of like decided now we're just gonna like make it a new tradition to kind of do like a stay-at-home, like watch a movie together kind of date night type thing. But I do want to like dress up for it and like look pretty, so that's why I kind of like have done my hair and I'm about to do my makeup for it. So okay, so let me get this all going here. I really want to try like some of my new Cliona shadows today for my look. Like there's this one called, I believe it's called Prophecy, and it's like a really pretty like pink color. So maybe I'll do something with that. I really like this cathedral color too. It's like a shifting like purpley kind of color. I don't know which one I want to use today. Like I really like cathedral. I think maybe I'll go with that for today's look. Kind of still deciding. Let me just wipe that off now. I'm the worst. I like put it on my hand and then just like wipe it off on my pants, and then at the end of my makeup routine my pants are like disgusting. Okay, let me grab my brushes. They are right here, but give me a second. And I'll just get started. I need something to prop my mirror up too. Look at me, so prepared. Classic. That's a little bit better. All right, so I'm just gonna go in with, ooh, these brushes need cleaning. Yuck. Okay, switch brushes for a minute. So I really like this one color. I'm trying to pan my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palettes, and so it's kind of like a win-win because I get to use something out of it. But this big shade right here, like I've almost hit pan on it, which is awesome because like that'll be one down and like whatever, 15 to go. But it's I don't have the shade names on it because it's such an old palette. It didn't have the shade names when I bought this, but I think it's like some kind of like satin, it might be called Satin Sheets or something like that. It's very similar to Satin Sheets. I have that in another palette of Too Faced. So I kind of really want to use this shade up, and it's like the perfect like almost highlight shimmery shade for like my brow bone. So I've been putting it on there lately quite a bit because it just looks really gorgeous there, and I think it'll like really go well with that cathedral shade that I'm gonna make my main statement shade for today's look. Yeah, that looks pretty. I've obviously already put on primer and stuff because you guys don't need to see that. That's not interesting to watch. Yeah, so I guess for today's video, while I do my makeup, I thought it'd be cute to kind of talk about other beauty YouTubers, like more smaller channels, I guess you could say. I mean, not super small, but it's on the smaller side that like I really enjoy. Kind of like pretty much just like a half hour of me sitting here like kissing butt, but like not really, because I know they're never gonna actually watch these videos. If any of the people I talk about do end up watching this video though, like comment below that you at least watched it, because that'd be amazing to me. Like it would feel so great that if any of these people saw it. But I'm such a small channel at this point, like I don't even have 100 subscribers, so like no one's seeing my videos. But I just wanted to like kind of give a shout out and like talk about the YouTubers in this community that kind of inspired me to get started with this channel. So let me start with like, I guess my main influencer, if you want to call her that, like, but I don't mean that in the traditional like definition of the word. I just mean like she personally like influenced me to like start a channel. I don't mean that like everything she says influences me necessarily. Like I can already tell from watching a lot of her videos that there's a lot like maybe we don't agree on, but like there's also a lot we totally do agree on, so it's kind of awesome. But that would be Hannah from Smokey Glow. She's really the one that like inspired me the most to like make my own channel, because I felt like I hadn't really seen a lot of beauty YouTubers before her that really like strayed a little bit away from purely beauty content. Like a lot of the ones I watched before, they were like 100% about makeup. It was just makeup, which is great. Like I like that kind of content too, but I really loved how Hannah would like inject her kind of like opinions and like stories and stuff like that, just like of her life, and like just really like allowed her audience to get to know her as a person, instead of just simply being like 100% about the makeup and like you don't really know kind of who she is. So I thought that was kind of cool, and I saw how successful she was doing that, and I was like, wow, like if I were a YouTuber, that's what I would kind of want my channel to be like. And like I just never thought it could work. I just never thought like you'd be able to build up an audience for that, because I kind of thought people who came for the makeup would want to see the makeup and that's it, you know what I mean? And like I just know that my makeup skill level and just in terms of like my inventory of makeup, like I don't own everything, like I have a budget, so it's like I just knew that I wouldn't be able to have enough content just focusing solely on makeup, so that kind of like held me back from starting a channel for a long time. But then yeah, once I saw that like Smokey Glow, like Hannah was able to do more than just like talk about her makeup, but like that was still like a primary part of it, then I thought, oh, okay, well maybe I could do like something along that similar direction. So that was a big influence for me starting this channel. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at my single shadows because I know I want to use Cathedral, but I'm trying to find one that's going to really go well with it as like the crease shade, because this is going to be the all over the lid shade. So I'm just going to swatch a couple of them on my hand here before I commit to it, you know. That one's pretty good. The others are mostly Coastal Scents shadows. Actually, I think they're all Coastal Scents shadows in here, except for the Cleona ones. That one could be... Yeah, that's a good one. So I'm going with... I can't take it out. The magnet's too strong and it's going to be hard to pull it out. But I believe it's Concrete Jungle by Coastal Scents. It could be. Not 100% sure on that. So, okay. Now I'm just using this one for like the crease shade, and then gonna go in with the Clionadh one after. It's a little bit dark, so it's gonna need to be blended out quite a bit. Okay, so another YouTuber that I thought was really interesting to watch, I still love her content and I still watch it all the time, and was also a big influence for me, I guess, was Hannah Louise Poston. So she did like a whole year of like a no-buy year, talking about her shopping addiction or whatever she called it, problematic shopping or whatever it was. And then she did another whole year of like a budget, so kind of like a low buy. And I really enjoyed watching a lot of that content because, as I just mentioned a second ago, like I'm obviously on a budget too. So like it was interesting to see that, like, once again, like somebody could be like a pretty successful YouTuber, like to the level of like, that's all I would ever hope for is like something around the, I don't know, like just a few thousand subscribers. Like I don't need to have like 1 million subscribers, nor would I want that. But I saw that she was doing that, and with a budget and with like a no buy and stuff like that. And so I was like, oh wow, it's really possible without having to like invest so much into this whole YouTube thing, because like I clearly don't want to do that. I don't have the funds to do that anyways. And yeah, once again, it was like kind of a moment where I was like, oh, you don't have to go and buy every single new release to like have a successful YouTube channel. Like that's nice to know. So she's another big influence, and I kind of like her channel's direction as well, where it's once again not like 100% makeup focused. Like she goes into like sometimes her clothing like purchases, and sometimes she just talks about purchasing just as a general concept and like stuff like that. Like I don't know, I think her stuff's really good, and it's like almost in the realm of like being educational, because it really does kind of like help, I think, a lot of people with money management and things like that. Like I don't think that's necessarily what she's intending with that channel, like to be an educator of like, you know, some kind of a financial, you know, advisor or anything. I know she's probably not, that's not like the goal for her, but like I think a lot of what she says is really, really helpful to people, and I think that's like really cool. So yeah, she's another one I really enjoy. Okay, how's that looking? This side doesn't look quite as blended. I just kind of want this color to like blend out the Clionadh shadow a little bit. I mean, this is my first time kind of, I've done one other look with a Clionadh multichrome, and like I'm still kind of getting used to like how to best use them, because they're so different from like every other kind of eyeshadow that I own. So it's like definitely a learning curve. Like I'm trying to, I usually like try and do like a bit of a cut crease type of a thing with them, just because it like, I find that it looks best on like a blank canvas, you know, kind of thing. Okay, so I'm trying to blend this color out, the crease color, like as best as I possibly can. I just want it to come high enough like so that it'll show after I put on the Clionadh shade. That's looking pretty good. I kind of like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with my concealer now and kind of do a bit of a cut crease situation here. So I already like kind of avoided touching the main part of my lid here, but I'm just gonna take it up to the crease. This part's really tricky for me because I'm really not used to doing this style of eyeshadow, like with the cut crease thing. Like that's not really my go-to like method. So, and I have no idea if I'm even doing this correctly. Probably not, because I just kind of looked at what other people did and copied it, but I haven't even watched that many tutorials. I'm not like big into watching tutorials, to be honest. Like they kind of bore me. I prefer like more like, well, what I'm doing now, kind of like a story time type of thing. I mean, I prefer to just watch the makeup being done and then just listen to the YouTuber talk about other stuff. Sorry I'm like not talking, it's just this part of the process is so tricky for me. It's like I can't focus, I can't multitask. Okay. That looks pretty good. I mean, by the time I cover it with the shadow, like, I never, like, worry about getting a super straight line because I'm just gonna, I tend to, like, blend out my shadow a little bit anyways. Like, I never leave it, like, a super defined crease line, so I think it's fine. Let's just do the other side here. I always mess up, like, one side or the other, though, so probably gonna mess this one up. Going relatively smoothly so far, actually. Oh, sorry about that. My computer's about to die. I thought it was plugged in, but it was not. So give me 1 second and I will plug it in. The cord's right here. It literally just came undone. There we go. The one thing that, like, I haven't figured out how to combat with this whole cut crease thing is that, like, as soon as you move your eyes, like, even slightly, it gets, like, kind of up too high. And then it's kind of annoying, but maybe I'll just take it up higher because of that. All right. There we go, that's good enough. So I'm not trying to not look at you guys, it's just I want it to dry here. So I'm just gonna look down as I talk while it dries. There we go. All right, so getting back to my topic of YouTubers that I am inspired by. The next one I want to mention is sort of, I mean, once I started watching Smokey Glow, once I started watching Smokey Glow, I feel like she's got this whole, like, sub-community, like, of people, of, like, her, I guess, friends. She calls them her friends. I don't know if they know each other, like, personally, or if it's just, like, a YouTube friendship thing, but she does talk about, like, a few other YouTubers, and she's collabed with them over Glowmas and stuff, and so I've, like, gone and checked out some of their channels. And, like, they all seem really cool. There's only a couple that I don't, like, particularly love the content of, but, like, some of the ones that I do, like, I really like Abby. I'm forgetting her last name, but if you guys have watched Smokey Glow's channel, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. The girl with the pink hair, and, like, she's, like, I really like her stuff because, I don't know, I find her really relatable because, like, she's a photographer and, like, I'm a photographer, and I know she does more, like, concert photography and I'm, like, a wedding photographer, so it's a little different, but it's, like, just kind of cool to see, like, another beauty YouTuber that's, like, kind of like a photographer as, like, their main, I don't know if it's her main job or just, like, another side hustle or what, but, like, yeah, it's cool because I feel like she knows, like, it would be interesting to, like, talk to her in real life. Not that I ever will. But Williamson, is that her name? Abby Williams? Something like that. I can't remember. I'm the worst at this. I really should have prepped more for this video. Okay, so these aren't 100% dry. They're a little tacky still. But I'm impatient as hell, so I'm just going to go for it anyway and start putting on the Cleona shadow, the Cathedral shadow. It's one of their pastel multi-chromes, if you're wondering where to find it on their website. It's under the pastel multi-chromes section. And I'm just going to apply that right over top of the concealer. This is interesting. It's like the pastel multi-chrome line, I guess you could call it, that they have, is like similar to their jeweled multi-chromes, but just like less intense. Because like the jeweled multi-chromes, if you've seen them, I'm sure most people have by now, like they're pretty popular. They're very bold. Like you really have to be doing like a crazy intense look to really use those. And like I love that, and I own some and I like them and everything, but sometimes you just want something a little more subtle, but you still want that multi-chrome like effect. And that's what I think the pastel multi-chromes are perfect for. I only have one so far. They only have 4 different ones. And when I went shopping for this, 2 of the 4 were sold out, and then of the 2 that were left, I believe it was Cathedral and I don't remember exactly the other one, Turret or something like that I think it was called, or Tower or something like that. But Cathedral was like my favorite because it's kind of like that purpley green kind of thing. Like it goes from purple to green kind of idea with some gold reflex in there and stuff. And I just thought it was super pretty, really like my style. So that's the one I went ahead and purchased. They're a little bit more affordable than the jeweled multi-chromes as well. Like the jeweled multi-chromes are $25 Canadian, and I believe the pastel multi-chromes are only 14 or 15. So it's definitely like a more affordable option. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, so I really tend to pack on these Clionadh multi-chrome shadows. Like I put on lots and lots and lots. Like I just pack it on. I just find I really like the boldness of it when you build it up. I mean, it's not like necessarily even buildable. I just want to get like a really even coverage of it on there. And that's kind of how that's looking. That's kind of cool. I mean, I'm gonna have to blend it a little bit. And I know you're not really supposed to blend these shadows, but I like to blend it just into the crease color a little bit more. I do really like how this is looking though. It's not exactly how I like expected it to look when I put it on, but not in a bad way. Like I think it still looks cool. Let me just take a bit of more of a fluffy brush here and just kind of blend out that crease part. Okay, I'm gonna darken up the outer corner still, maybe put an inner corner highlight as well, but this is the basic part of the look. So now I'm just gonna repeat that same thing on the other side. You know what, I might even mix in, so I got a couple other Clionadh shadows from the duochrome line. I think it's called Witchcraft versus Alchemy or something like that. And there's one beautiful shade in there called Wormwood that's like so like transformative and so, it's a duochrome, but it honestly, it performs like almost like a multi-chrome. Like it's got a lot of cool color shifts in it. So I might even, it's a little bit, I think, darker than this one here. So I might even try and incorporate that into the outer corner a little bit. We'll see what I decide to do here. It kind of goes with the same color scheme too. It's like got those purpley kind of tones to it. Okay, so this is going on quite well. Interesting. That's the thing about these Clionadh shadows is like they're so cool and unique, but it's almost like one downside, I guess, is that you almost can't tell what's gonna look like until you have it on, because like they never look exactly like they do in the pan. So it's kind of hard to plan like a look until you like are really familiar with your collection, you know. So oh yeah, that looks pretty. It's really not, again, people say this all the time about these shadows, and it's so true that it's really not, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the camera doesn't, like, do it justice. Like, it doesn't look the same on camera as it does in real life. Because, like, in real life, this looks really pretty, but, like, I feel like on camera, it looks kind of, like, questionable. But yeah, it's weird. It's very weird how that happens. So let me just blend out the crease a little more. All right. All right. Yeah, my camera like also sucks ass. I mean, I've said this so many times, but like you really can't see the color in this camera very well at all. So that's a little disappointing. But it doesn't look that bad in real life, honestly. Okay, so I think I am gonna go in with that Wormwood color. It's another Cleona shade. I believe it's, let me just double check on this one because, oh no, that's not, I almost went in with the wrong color. That would have been bad. See, that's the thing. They look so different when they're, oh, there it is, okay. So this one's got a little bit of like turquoise in it as well. So it's like kind of different, but still definitely heavy on the purple aspect, which is kind of what I'm hoping will tie it together with the rest of the look. I'm really getting experimental with this one though, guys. Like it might look terrible. I have no idea. It's not too bad. I do want to deepen it up though. Like I want the outer corner to really be like a dark. Like I might take like a black and just kind of darken it up a little bit. Might use that same Wormwood color on the lower lash line though, because it's really pretty. Okay. It's so nice to be able to try out some new brands. Like before, literally when I started this channel like a couple of weeks ago, before that I had like never even heard of so many of these indie brands, and like I was just like your average consumer that just bought from like the usual like well-known brands that are at Sephora and stuff. And I love like the idea of supporting like smaller brands, and like especially smaller brands that are local to me. Like I'm Canadian and so is this company, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, so that's how that's shaping up so far. It's definitely cool toned, more so than I sort of thought it would be. But that's the way we're going, so whatever, we're just going to stick with that. This video's getting a little long. I already talked about the YouTubers I wanted to talk about, so I'm going to cut it off here. You guys know I never really finish a look with a getting ready with me. I take way too long with my makeup, so it makes no sense to have you guys sit here for like an hour. But I will definitely be filming more videos today. I'm going to be filming a what's it called? A thrift store haul, because I just went to the thrift store and got some really cute shit. And I'm also going to be filming a swatching video and just lots of other stuff. So you will probably see this look completed in some of my other videos if you are interested in that. Okay, so like until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.